Hello, thanks for joining us. This is a special program, and of course, we are celebrating the International Women's Day. My name is Jane Madwaguna. It is pertinent to note that women are always at the heart of development, especially when it comes to the nations and then down to the grassroots when it concerns community development. And for that reason, I have women with me in the house that will be dwelling on the issue of the role that women play when it comes to community development. Thanks for joining us once again. Let me quickly introduce to you the women in the house with me. I will be starting my introduction from my immediate left, talking about Mercy Nwobodo. Mercy Nwobodo is the secretary Ugwaji Women August meeting. You're welcome to this program, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Next to her is Mrs. Dorothy Nwobodo, JP. She is the president Ugwaji Women August General Meeting, and she's also the wife of the Igwe-elect of Ugwaji. You're welcome to this program, ma'am.
Thank you, Jane.
All right. And then finally, though not the least, I want to introduce to you Barrister Mrs. Uche Igwesi, and she is the legal advisor of this group. It's a pleasure also having you with us.
Same here, ma'am.
All right. Now, we'll be looking at the role that women play in community development. Our questions will center on that. Now, let me start from this first question, because before we delve into what we're doing, people may like to know that are watching you what community development means. I will start with the president, Mrs. Dorothy Nwobodo. When we say community development, what comes to mind?
Well, community development is all-encompassing. Community development has to do with tackling the problems in the community, creating awareness, sensitizing the community members, especially women and children, because you know that without the women and children, it is not complete. And then creating a form of empowerment to our people and to every community, because community development is community development everywhere.
Everywhere.
The only difference is the angle to which you have problems. Thank you.
All right. Now, let's now delve into the roles that women play when it comes to this community development. I'll be throwing my question to you, Barrister Mrs. Uche Igwesi. Now, tell us, what are those roles that women play?
Very well. Women play vital or crucial roles in community development. They contribute a lot in community development. For example, they contribute their skills, their knowledge, their finance, and leadership in community development.
All right. We'll take them one after the other. You have mentioned some of the critical areas. Let me get to you, Mrs. Mercy Nwobodo. Okay. When it comes to community development, can you really pick on them and tell us, really explain them? Let's really see. Those roles that women play.
The roles that women play in community development, some of these roles she itemized. One of them is finance. In terms of finance, the little the women earn, they make sure that they put it into community development. Like in our own community, the women embarked on building shops in the market community, and which helps to yield some income to
For
the
the women?
community, for the women
And the community in general.
Yes.
Okay. They embarked in building shops.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me get back to you, the president. Talking about Mrs. Dorothy Mubudu. Now, where are other major areas where women of Uwaji, what are those other areas that they have been contributing to the development of the community? We really want to know those core things that you have done.
Thank you very much. We have contributed to health sector of the community. There was a time the drugs that were supplied to our health center were expiring without use because of lack of refrigerator. The women contributed money and donated refrigerators too
To the health
to
center.
the Obago Health Center, that the one we only had that time. And we have built 3 classroom blocks in our secondary school at Community Secondary School, Ugwaji. And again, there was a time they supplied us books. There were no library
those
spaces
books.
for the books, and the books were packed in some people's houses. So the women said no. These books were supplied to assist indigent parents and pupils and students so that they can read those books that their parents cannot afford to buy
Yes.
to pass their exams. They cannot read them in people's houses. So we now embarked on building library and ICT block, which by the grace of God, we have completed.
That's really good to know. Now, Barrister Uche Igwesi, in home building, what do you think the women has done? We're talking about International Women's Day. And when the family is good, the general society is good. You know that.
Yes.
And when the society is bad, the pointer is to the family. It simply means that children were not raised well. A lot is happening in today's society. What are we doing in the area of building the home that eventually build the nations? Messi Mwabado.
Actually, the women contribute a lot in the family, at least in nurturing the children and even inculcating the equality among the children.
Very well.
That everybody are equal in the society, and
Exactly.
everybody has equal rights to the society.
Okay, that's really good to know. Now, the president, let me get to you again, Mrs. Dorothy Mwabodo JP. Children of these days, they want to make quick money, a lot, you know, they want it fast, they want easy life, pleasure life. When they look at certain celebrities, they don't want to wait to go through the rudiment of whatever they suffered or the wait or the hard work they did. They really want to be at the top so that they can enjoy cruising flashy cars and living in posh houses. What are we doing to inculcate value in today's children as women?
Thank you very much. We have started with the mothers by sensitizing them, bringing in NGOs like WINET, Women Information Network. They've been coming, the WACOL, they have been coming. Like last year, they came to teach us about parenting.
Good.
Last year too, the WINET also came and taught us about equality between the children, that there is no difference between boy child and girl child, that if the training you give your boy child is the same training you give your girl child, because you don't know where they are going to end up, and it is what you give to that child at a tender age that the child grows with. Then there are also so many seminars we have embarked on to sensitize our women on the training of the children, on how to handle our homes. We have even taught them how to build thrift system into their meetings so that they can empower the women, not always waiting for the husband to provide money before they do something.
Yes.
And it's working for us. Most of the family meetings have imbibed it, and during their meetings they make some contributions like isusu, from where they grant loans to these women. You understand?
Yes.
And teach them how to make money. In the olden days, women think they are not part of the training of the children. But now they have learned that the training of the children, especially academics, is mainly their responsibility. Because most of these men feel so busy to cater for them. Some of the women can now even sell their wrappers and engage in some difficult duties, like Enugu, as low as quarry sieving. They do it provided they make sure their children go to school.
Go to school.
Yes.
And they are comfortable. That's good to know. Now, women go out of their way to do certain things to make sure that the home is together and we do things the right way. All right.
Please, let me, as it concerns values.
Good, because
There
I
are,
mentioned values.
yes.
To our children, basically.
The ones I mentioned was just things that will help. But there are some bad values that the children can learn from their mothers. And we have made sure that even in the August meeting, we make it as a point of duty that anybody that does such things must be penalized. And in some meetings, women have been taught or reminded that it is what they do that the children will observe. Because children learn by observations,
Yeah,
mainly.
exactly. They learn by
So there are
observation.
some vices that were on, but they have been curbed.
And the woman now in the home, everybody is striving to meet up with our basic needs in the home. And for that reason, the man is running out, the woman is also running out. You know, how can we create a balance so that the children does not suffer? Because most times we leave them in the hands of helps in the house, of maids that we're not even sure of their own background. How do we, let me get to you, the legal advisor, Barrister Mrs. Uche Igwesi.
You must have time for your family. To me, I believe family is first, because when we have good children, we will have good society. And two, no matter the way we see it, that we need money, we need to go out and make money to train them in school, we should know that the moral aspect of that child is very, very important.
Very vital.
No matter how important our job may be, we should put our family first.
Thank you very much, really. We should put our family first. Very important. Now, let me get back to you, the president, Mrs. Dorothy Nwobodo. I know that there are more women want to do if they are given this enabling environment. But I know that there are factors that are really working against women, that are militating against them from really achieving holistically whatever their agenda is. What are these major factors?
Well, the factors is not out of place. You know, there's a lot of poverty. Poverty is a big problem in Nigeria.
That's true.
Yes. So, and illiteracy is also a problem. Inequality too is a problem. Some would say, why do I join? Some will even look at the people, us, as, I don't need to belong to these people. Those people that can help to source fund or even to contribute will feel they don't belong to that group.
To that group.
That's inequality. Then, illiteracy. When you are talking about even those classroom blocks we built, people were like, how are we going to build classrooms for government the school that government owns, even the library for the school that government owns. So, but it was few of us that understood the import of having that library that contributed. There are some old women that are not literate, but they are intelligent. They know that it is necessary, but they don't have money. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's why I say that poverty is the major problem, then illiteracy and inequality. But the main problem is that poverty. But the only thing that has been sustaining us, the major thing that sustains us is that those shops that we acquired. So whatever we make from there, the executives contribute money, and then members contribute money. So it is with those things that we do it, but it's not very easy for us. For instance, now last year we employed the stakeholders who managed to attend our programs.
Okay.
We told them that we need a piece of land, because we mean well for the community. Yes, we need a piece of land where we can build a hall for hiring, to also help us as to be an avenue of financial income generation. Do you understand? And then in that hall, we have the plans of building vocational center to help train our children, to help prepare them for self-employment, because unemployment is a very big problem in this country.
So that's where they'll be able to learn one or two skills.
Yes.
And be equipped.
And be equipped
to
too.
face the larger
yes.
world. So that whatever you studied at school may not matter. That skill
will carry you, hold you on. Even if you get a job as per what you read,
yes,
you still have something to support your job.
All right. That's really good. Barrister Mrs. Uche Igwesi, she has mentioned some of those factors militating against women. How do you think these things can be tackled? She mentioned a lot of them, you know, the issue of illiteracy, inequality, and others. How do we begin to deal with them so that at least it will be a thing of the past?
We can tackle them by sensitizing our women. Also, by educating our women. Because if they're educated, they won't be talking in that manner.
Exactly.
They will know that knowledge is power. We should tackle them by letting them know that they don't have any other community apart from that community.
So how do you ensure that you rope the men into what you bring them in, really, so that they can be supportive?
Okay. We have been inviting them to our meetings, general meetings. But you know, most of the time, it's not all of them that answers, because they already know that it's all about money. So some of them will not even respond. Some will respond and make pledges, but you will not see them.
Mm-hmm.
Even in most cases, those open air pledges they make cause trouble if you don't give your accounts very well. But when you now read the accounts to them, they will see that those monies that were pledged were not redeemed.
You are the wife of the Igwe elect now.
Yes.
Now, this beholds on you, because you're going to stand in as the Lolo. When they make certain pledges and they don't redeem it henceforth, what do you think should be done so that you bring them to the table to be accountable? They don't just come and make empty promises to the women.
Well, what we've been doing and what I intend doing, we cannot force them. Pledges, you don't take anybody to court because he made a pledge and did not pay it. He didn't write it anyway.
At least.
So, but what we keep doing is reminding them, please remember you made this promise to us. But if we see that that person did not redeem that promise or pledge, the next time we don't invite that person because we spend money to write those circulars we send to them.
All right. So as we celebrate this Women's International Day for this year, what's your word, really, the strong word for the women? A lot of women are hurting in various families. These are trying times. A lot are struggling. What's your strong word to them as the president of Ugwaji?
Well, my word to them is we have to be patient, we have to be hardworking, we have to be tolerant, we have to be hopeful, because once there is life, there is hope.
Thank you very, very much. I want to thank all of you for being part of this program, talking about Mercy Nwobo, the Secretary, Ugwaji Women August meeting. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Barrister Mrs. Uche Igwesi, legal advisor to the women. Thank you so much for being here. And the president, of course, Mrs. Dorothy Nwobo, JP. Thank you for making it our studio.
My pleasure.
And that's it on this special edition of the program with the women. Of course, you have heard them. It's important that we support what women do. Once the family is good, it simply means that the women are doing their job. Are you a woman? Ensure that you do the needful. Inculcate values into your children. Let there be peace in our homes so that this peace will translate into the larger society. I've been your host, Jane Madwaguna. Some other time, we'll do this again. Until then, I say, God bless Nigeria. Thank you and bye-bye.
The name of our dance group is Ugwaji Women General August Meeting Dance. Dance is very important because it unites us together and it makes peace amongst us. It also helps us to make money for our projects.
We get joy from dancing, we get peace, we get strength. If you have arthritis, the arthritis will go away. Then if you have any body pains, the body pains will go away after dancing.